Hello my little champs, how are you? I hope you are fine and safe. In our previous video, we were talking about chapter 1 of our book, Our Past 1. We discussed about the locations of earliest habitation sites of early human and earliest cities. We also talked when they flourished. Here we will talk about how our country got its name and the sources of the history. There are two names that we often use for our country, India and Bharat. Let's see how our country got these names. The word India comes from Indus, called Sindhu in Sanskrit. सिंधु, ये जिसे हम इंदस भी कहते हैं, यह एक रिवर है जो कि हमारी कंट्री के नॉर्थ वेस्ट में बहती है। 2500 साल पहले जब ईरानी और ग्रीक नॉर्थ वेस्ट से होकर हमारी कंट्री में आए तो उन्होंने इंदस रिवर को इंदौस और हिंदूस का नाम दिया और इंदस के ईस्ट की लैंड एरिया को इंडिया के नाम से जाना गया। In the same way, Bharat term was used for a group of people who lived in northwest and who are mentioned in ऋग्वेदा। ऋग्वेदा जो कि हिंदुओं का एक धार्मिक ग्रंथ है जिसे 3500 ईयर्स पहले लिखा गया। स्टूडेंट्स, जैसा कि हम इस चैप्टर की फर्स्ट वीडियो में बात कर रहे थे कि हाउ कैन वी फाइंड आउट अबाउट द पीपल ऑफ 100 ईयर्स एगो। So let's see how is that possible. It's possible through the sources of history. These sources are manuscripts, inscriptions and archaeological sources. So let's see them one by one. Manuscripts. Manuscripts are written material on soft surface like palm leaves or bark of birch tree. The word manuscripts come from Latin word manu, means hand. It means these were written by hands. These were written on palm leaves or on a specially prepared bark of a tree known as birch, which are grown in Himalayas. Manuscripts are major source of history. They tell us a lot. They are written in many languages, but most of them are written in Prakrit and Tamil language. These manuscripts deal with subjects like religious beliefs and practices, the lives of kings, medicines and science. Some of them contains epics, poems and plays. Example, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Avigyan Sakuntalam, etc. Inscriptions. Inscriptions are written on relatively hard surface such as stone or metals. ये inscriptions hard surface जैसे कि stone या metals पर लिखा होता है। Third one is archaeological source. Archaeological source को जानने से पहले आइए देखते हैं कि archaeology क्या है। Archaeology is the study of remains of buildings made of stone and bricks, paintings and sculpture. Archaeologists are the persons who study the remains of building, bricks, painting and sculpture. They also explore and excavate to find tools, pots, pans, ornaments and coins. Historians. Historians are the scholars who study the past. यानी कि old buildings के remains, bricks, statues, tools, weapons, pot, pans, ornaments और coin के study करने को हम archaeology कहते हैं. And the person who studied this remains is called archaeologist. इन तमाम sources के अलावा archaeologists animals जैसे कि bird और fish के bones की study करके ये पता लगाते हैं कि particular place के लोग क्या खाते थे. When we study about the life of people through these sources, we find that different groups of people had different way of life. For example, the lives of herders or farmers were different from those of the kings and queens. The lives of merchants were different from those of crafts, persons and so on. Different areas में different type के customs और practices को follow किया जाता है और इसी प्रकार डिफरेंट एरियाज में डिफरेंट टाइप के ऑक्यूपेशंस थे, जैसे कि फिशिंग, हंटिंग एंड कलेक्टिंग फॉरेस्ट प्रोड्यूस। डिफरेंट एरियाज में डिफरेंट टाइप्स के कस्टम और प्रैक्टिसेस को फॉलो किया जाता था और इसी प्रकार डिफरेंट एरियाज में डिफरेंट टाइप्स के ऑक्यूपेशन थे, जैसे कि फिशिंग, हंटिंग, collecting forest produce. In the same way, we find that kings fought battles and kept records of their victories. Generally, ordinary people such as hunters, fishing folk, gatherers, farmers or herders did not keep records of what they did. आपने देखा कि common people कोई record नहीं रखते थे. Can you guess why is it so? We see differences in lifestyles of people in different areas even today. For example, lifestyle in cities and life in village. If someone asks us about the date, generally we mention the day, month and year. For example, 28th May 2020. But do you know when were these calendars started? Let's see. These years are counted from the date of birth of Jesus Christ, the founder of Christianity, who was born 2000 years ago. All the dates before the birth of Christ are counted backwards and usually have the letters BC added on. The letters that we generally found added to a date are meant for something. Let's see, what do they mean? AD stand for Anno Domini, meaning in the year of the Lord. So 2020 can also be written as AD 2020. Sometimes CE is used instead of AD. That stands for Common Era. BC stands for Before Christ. It means the time before the birth of Jesus Christ. Sometimes we use BCE in place of BC. That means Before Common Era. Sometimes letter BP is also used, meaning before present. Let's recall what you have learned. Dash are written materials on soft surfaces like palm leaves or bark of birch tree. Option A, manuscript. Option B, history. Option C, inscriptions. And option D, coins. And the correct answer is option A, manuscripts. Question 2. Dash are written on relatively hard surfaces such as stone or metals. Option A, manuscripts. Option B, coins. Option C, inscriptions. Option D, past. Correct answer is option C, inscriptions. Question 3. Dash are the persons who studied the remains of building, bricks, paintings and sculpture. They also explore and excavate to find tools, pots, pans, ornaments and coins. Option A, historians. Option B, archaeology. Option C, archaeologist. And option D, rulers. And your correct answer is option C, that is archaeologists. Question 4. Dash word was used for the people who lived in northwest and who are mentioned in Rig Veda. Option A, India. Option B, Hindus. Option C, Hindustan. And option D, Bharat. Your correct answer is Bharat. And your correct answer is option D, Bharat. Now it's your practice time. Your homework questions are: Question 1. Mention the 3 sources of history. Question 2. What is manuscript? Question 3. Define the term inscription. And question 4. History was different for different groups of people. Why? Thank you. See you soon in the next module.